Hey guys and girls, welcome back to another Patreon video. For all of you that asked me about this deck profile, I will be giving it to you in advance, but note this will go on the YouTube channel within a few days. Probably like a day or two right before the major event, AC. As we all know, the new anniversary set collection came out and a lot of people have been testing and playing around with cards. Has only been a few days, so we still need more time, but I've been having a lot of fun with Pan, and the deck that I'm going to present to you is extremely competitive. It follows some of my previous templates, just with added new additions. So you guys are going to enjoy this treat. It's going to be something that will help you win a lot of events. If you're going to like locals, preliminaries, all of those good things, it's great. I've won already 5 boxes in total, so over a case of product with this one deck, which is something that I really like. And sadly enough, it's not going to be the deck that I choose for AC, but I could actually see myself playing it. There are going to be 2 cards that I made changes because in the tournament, one of them I actually played 2 Kronoa. So that's just going to be a little bit different, but for the most part, this deck is the way that I want it built, especially for a best of 3. And if you guys have any questions about the sideboard, please don't hesitate to ask. I'm definitely here to help you. I've been testing a lot, so that's why I haven't been putting up content daily or, like I said, you guys are gonna get about 3 to 4 videos a week on average. During the testing periods, it might be 2 to 3, it'll be a little less because I have to do more playing versus more videos. Because I need to be able to give you guys informative content as opposed to just slapping decks together without actually testing. I don't like doing that. You guys know me. Anything I put out there is something that's already A class, if not better. But without further ado, let's begin. All right, guys, so we have our Pan leader. So for starters, this girl is just simply amazing. On her unawakened side, when you play a battle card, it gains 5k. But the great part of it is that if it meets 20k, if it reaches that value, you draw a card, which is great because she can start allowing you to break even and play threats on the board, which is essential to your strategy. And then, of course, when she awakens, you can untap 2 of your energy when you're at 4 or less life. Now, this is why we play her. Pan, ready to fight. She is a phenomenal card. When she attacks, you draw a card. But note, if you do want maximum value, ladies and gentlemen, on your turn, you want to be able to awaken. So you don't want to awaken due to your opponent playing, like rushing you down. You want to awaken on your own terms, meaning that on your turn, you want to be able to play a guy, do what you need to do, get a +1, then awaken, then her effect on this side will activate. So that's just a little tip when you want to get more value, more bang for your buck. And then, of course, she has the same ability when she plays a battle card, it gains 5k, and then if it's 20k or above, you draw a card. So for starters, this is a red-blue deck, so I'm going to show you my red package, and then I'll show you the blue package. We start off with 3 Intensifying Power Trunks. Essentially, he's in the deck just for the primary reason of being able to use chain attack and have a bajillion of targets in the deck, so you're going to see soon. And of course, it's another way to awaken. There are times that our opponent may not want to attack us. It happens a lot with the Heightened Mastery matchup. They may attack you once or twice, but after that, they want to just try to beat you with Victory Strike or Heighten. And this is a way just to kind of avoid that, where you can take down some of your own life. Also be aggressive because their leader, most leaders that are playing the Victory Strike engine, the best one in my opinion is Yellow Broly. And that one, essentially, when you attack, you get value. So it's going to already have a lower amount of life than, let's say, a Shenron leader. So you're able to just attack, get value, put them in a bad situation where you can force them to awaken or force them to take damage. Now, the best card in the deck, in my opinion, everybody's Pale Yamcha. He's broken. In my opinion, he's basically a Goten. But what makes him really good is, for one, he's a 15k beater, and when you attack, you can look at the top 3 cards of your deck and select a Earthling. which, as you're going to see, majority of the cards in this deck are Earthling. This is also an Earthling, by the way. Chain Attack, a lot of the family, Vegeta's family, a lot of them are Earthlings. Same thing with Goku's family. Now we're going to show you a little bit more of that family. We run 4 Sideline Assist Bulma. This is, to me, the best red super combo in the game currently, because it allows you to first be able to be fetched with the Yamcha, which is amazing. You can always search up your super combos. Most decks can't really do that, so that's very good. And then second off, it's pretty much a good super combo because it has value, and during the awakening step, when you have 4 or less life, you can use this effect and draw a card. So unlike the other ones that require sparking, this deck doesn't really build a drop area as much, only during like the mid turns or if your opponent is aggroing you early. Now with the new anniversary set, this one card I've been looking at for the longest, and it is broken in this deck. That is Trunks' Surge of Energy. If you know how to play this correctly, you will get tons and tons of value. So his ability is just simple. Anytime he gains an increase, you get a draw, which is essential because you will be digging through your deck and getting tons of value with this one battle card. If you can stack multiple on the board and then use other cards in this deck, which I will showcase, you can draw 2, 3, 4 cards in one turn, just going an abundantly plus. So he's very key for the deck, and I will show some gameplay footage in the future. Now for another Self-Awakener and for another family line, so we have our Bulma, Trunks into our Vegeta, Digging Deep. Digging Deep Vegeta is extremely good. He, for one, provides you with being able to awaken. Like I said, against the Heightened Mastery Victory Strike matchup, they're gonna try to keep you anywhere from 6 to 8 life. And because we have access to our Intensifying and our Vegetas, they're both ran in 3s. So very consistent in getting them, while we also have our Yamcha able to, again, search out our Intensifying if we need another way to awaken. But Digging Deep adds pressure to our opponent. When he attacks, you can take a life, up to 2 life, and restand him, and he'll get 5k. As long as you took 1 life, he'll get the 5k. What's great about him is that, like I said, you could put pressure and awaken yourself so that you won't be in a tight situation. If you could get yourself down to 4 life, it doesn't matter if their heightened taps or your energy down, because you can just awaken and then untap 2, and you'll be fine. Now we run 4 double shot Vegetas. He is like the bread and butter of the deck. He's great to defend with and get a body on board, and that body becomes a 20k and you draw a card. Pan's effect triggers very well during your turn and your opponent's turn. That's what makes her a very interesting, unique leader. So running cards that can be played on your opponent's turn is crucial. You want to always try to drop the double shots on your opponent's turn, not on your turn, unless you're like gonna combo out and potentially game your opponent. Outside of that, you just want to get a lot of value by being able to constantly draw cards from your turn and their turn. The MVP, Fearless Pan. So earlier I discussed something with the Trunks. This guy, if I have 2 of them on board and I play Fearless Pan, her ability triggers. For one, she has barrier, and she has the best ability one of the best abilities in the game. She gives all red battle cards, including leader, 5k and double strike. So if I have 2 of these in play, I will essentially draw 1 from my leader if this was the first card being played, due to her ability. Draw 1 for each Trunks I have on board. So right there, I just showed you a scenario where I draw 3 cards. 3 cards in 1 turn, and that's without my leader's attack, which, like I said, you can easily draw 4 cards plus in this deck, which is insane. So the draw power is real. I kid you not, this deck is extremely powerful, and it will put you in a really good game state majority of the time. And like I said, if this card is a finisher, I don't know why people don't run maximum copies of their finishers. That's where a lot of players go wrong. Fearless Pan is very powerful, and it's a card that you want to utilize. Now we are running 4 Chain Attack Trunks. 4 Chain Attack Trunks is extremely essential because it allows us to, 1, play these, play pretty much everything you just saw me reveal, you can play. Literally every card. This deck is super Chain Attack. Like, this deck is made with this card in mind. That's like the whole design purpose of it. So when he comes into play, One he has evolved, so you guys may know if you're new to the game, you can evolve this bad boy over here or evolve him over here. You could evolve, you have 2 targets to evolve over, so keep that in mind because that is super important when you're making your decisions. So we have multiple trunks that we can evolve into, and that just gives our play line tremendous, like it's just ridiculously good. So this guy, when he comes into play, you can drop a 15k or less battle card, which is pretty much everyone that I revealed, and they come into play. And now if they have any autos, they activate. Now moving on, we run 4 hits. This is our game-winning card. He's the only 4-drop in the deck outside of the chain attack that is not cohesive with the deck. He's just literally, he comes into play, you look at your opponent's hand and you strip 2 battle cards from it. What's good is you know when you can game your opponent, and the best part about it is that he also gets a boost if he's your first battle card. So he can become a 25k double, which is pretty insane. Pan is on fire this set. For extra cards, we run 4 After Image, the best negate you can run because it's a sparking. So it's very easy for us to build sparking considering that we have some overwhelm, but nothing too crazy. So early on in the game, this is going to be live as early as like turn 2, turn 3, turn 4-ish, because that's when the game starts picking up pace. Now for the blue package, going with the battle cards, we run 3 Zeno, the Plain God. Very important, very essential. This is the best way to recover. So we can use this combo with Chain Attack and Zeno as a way to gain advantage, or we can use it as a means to come back in the game if we're falling short. There are a lot of powerful decks in the format, and you just gotta be well aware that you may need a reset. We run 4 Sensu Beans. So again, this is our blue package. We're going into our extra cards. This is very strong. Sensu Bean allows us to extend plays and defend ourselves very well. We run 3 Whis Coercions, which is just a standard negate. It's pretty much a free negate. You see how we can use Sparking and it's free? We have Whis Coercion, which is also free. Very good generic negate that works well with any leader. And then last but not least, we run this guy. He's broken. So in this deck particularly, when he comes into play, you draw 3 cards instead of 2, and he becomes a 25k beat stick. So in no, like there is no other card in this game that allows you to draw 3. That's just insane. So with 1 card, you can see 3 cards, and you can filter. He also helps you build up your drop area for another overwhelm, so it's great because like he comes into play, you have to drop 1, so you're already closer to being able to play another one. I only run 2 because the deck doesn't build a drop area that quickly. A lot of matchups, they don't want to aggro you, and in some matchups where they do aggro you, you know, it's better to be safe than sorry. You don't want to draw several copies of this card and not have an out. If I draw 2 and I only have 2 in the deck, I'm fine. If I draw 3 because I have 3 in the deck, that's a problem. So guys and girls, if you want to see a sideboard, you let me know. This is the deck that I've been killing with it and just winning so much product. So don't mind the second place mat. You know, we try not to get second place out here. It's all about that number 1. But thank you for watching. If you have any questions, hit me up. And as always, this Patreon is all about you.